Hi, my name's Mark, one of the pastors at Trillium. I came across a great Easter quote. Cancel Easter. They found the body. It's by the author Jim Butcher. It's obviously tongue-in-cheek. But it got me thinking that would have been a great way to cancel Easter, right from the very beginning. Just nip it in the bud. Produce Jesus' dead body, his rotting body, and that puts an end to it all. It's done. Now, I think Pilate, if he knew where this was all going to work itself out to, would have probably not given Jesus' dead body to Joseph of Arimathea. See, Joseph takes Jesus' dead body, he wraps it in linen and puts it in a tomb. And everything that comes out of that changes the destiny of the world. I think if Pilate had understood where this was going to go, he would not have given the body of Jesus to Joseph. But how could he have anticipated this? See, Pilate lived with the old ancient maxim, the maxim we still live with today. Dead body, stay dead. Once dead, always dead. He had no reason to anticipate that anything other than that would come from giving Jesus' dead body to Joseph. Got me thinking about today. What would happen to Easter today if someone was to produce the dead body of Jesus? Of course, they wouldn't produce the dead body of Jesus. They'd produce his bones. What happens if someone came forward and said, I've got the bones of Jesus? Would that cancel Easter, do you think? Back in 2007, James Cameron, the film director, produced a documentary called The Lost Tomb of Jesus. And in that documentary, he claimed to have found the bones of Jesus. Now, the documentary was panned by the vast majority of archaeologists in the Middle East. Middle East archaeologists panned the documentary and have faded away because there really was no evidence for this claim. But what would have happened to Easter if in fact there had been strong evidence, or someone came forward today with strong evidence that they had the bones of Jesus? Now, for some Christians, this wouldn't have really mattered too much because for them, the resurrection has always been spiritual in nature. Or the resurrection has been a metaphor in a sense. But I think for the vast majority of Christians throughout time, if the bones of Jesus were produced, if his dead body was produced, I think it would kibosh the faith, the Christian faith, completely. You see, the first witness of the church, the witness of the earliest church, right back to the very beginning, only months after the crucifixion of Jesus, was that Jesus had been raised from the dead. He'd been raised from the dead. That's the earliest witness. We see it in evidence in Paul's letters, oddly enough. Not so much in the Gospels, but in Paul's letters. See, Paul's letters are early, and not only are Paul's letters early, some of the confessions and the creeds in Paul's letters go back right to the very origins of the church, within at least a couple of years, and maybe within 6 months of Jesus' crucifixion and claimed raising. So from the very beginning, the earliest church claimed one of three things: that Jesus had been raised from the dead. Jesus was resurrected. Why didn't the authorities produce the dead body of Jesus? Well, according to the confession of the earliest church, it's because they didn't have the body. They didn't have the body. When the women go to the tomb to anoint Jesus' body for burial, they look into the tomb and they don't see the body there. See, they're looking for a body too, just like everyone else. The old maxim works for them too. Once dead, always dead. Dead bodies stay dead. And when they come out, they're perplexed. And it actually takes an angelic visitation to stir their mind in a new direction, a new possibility for us. Got me thinking about whether or not we are still living with the maxim, the old maxim, which is the current maxim, that once dead, always dead. Dead bodies stay dead. Are we still living with a certain amount of hedging with the expectation that someday someone is going to find the bones of Jesus? They're going to find the dead body of Jesus. See, the earliest church isn't worried about this because they know where Jesus' body is and where it's not. And I'm realizing if I'm going to enjoy the full power and mystery of the resurrection, then I need to take their witness seriously. I need to trust their witness. For where they are is where I want to be. I want to be with the earliest church and knowing that Jesus is raised from the dead, and the mystery and the power of the resurrection is alive in me and in life.